It is top 18 though. Like Wumpus is like good enough that I wouldn't just like.
He's like a Delaware PR. That's pretty good. I think so.
Yeah, I mean I know he's solid. Solid enough that I wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm gonna play whatever because I don't care. Like that's not really where you're at right now. And Wumpus actually pulling ahead with these Fox
pretty
combos.
Quickly too.
Yeah. So I don't like when Marths get grabbed by the ledge and they don't throw off the stage. I feel like, well, Marth just edge guards Fox so hard, and like you're not Mewtwo King, like you don't know that you're gonna get them back off stage if you combo them, because they're gonna DI in every time, right? Like if they don't, they're just gonna get dared. So obviously they're going back into center, and then you're further away from where you want to be. You want to be getting those Ken combos or like forward smash combos, kinda, and you want to be by the ledge for that to happen.
Marth's an awkward character like that, where like even though his recovery's not that great, he wants to be on the edge for the most of the game.
Yeah. I want to see Wumpus start overshooting a little bit, because Slug's really liking those dash backs. He's getting some mileage off that stuff.
I was about to say the exact opposite, actually.
Really?
Well, I think Slug needs to be overshooting, because every time he's gone into approach, Wumpus has read it dash back a little bit and then pivot grab.
Yeah. So they both need to overshoot.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's just like the symptoms of kind of players playing scared.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree.
Oh, wow.
That was a good hog.
Yeah. Right, looking like Slug's trying to solidly pull ahead here. Missing that tech, but the up B isn't sweet spot.
This doesn't feel like... I don't like remember seeing Slug play, but I know he's a very good player.
Yeah.
And this doesn't feel like I'm watching like a super
like
Fox or anything.
No,
I think they're both playing solid.
I think Slug's just messing around. That's my guess.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't really know. I mean, it's been a while since I like heard anything about him, but I'm sure he's still like pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure he still plays.
Yeah. He was like, I think this was last year. He was honorable mention in the top 100.
Really?
Yeah, so that would be like 110-ish.
That was such a cool counter.
Let's go. But
what
looking
a
like
great
he's
conversion by Wumpus.
Honestly, like maybe about to lose this game 1. So who knows, dude?
That would have given me like a self-confidence boost.
Yeah.
Like I did 2 moves and killed you at 20%. That's sick.
That's the Marth, man.
Yeah.
You grab him and you throw him and you kill him. It's a 3-step combo.
Ooh. How do you feel about Marth's tech chasing?
I think it's really, really good, and the reason people don't do it is because it's hard and they feel like they don't have to.
Yeah.
But the more top Marths start getting slide offs every time, the more top Foxes.
Yeah.
The more top Marths are gonna have to start being like, all right, like I'm not gonna throw you on the woo. That remember earlier when I said you always DI in?
Yeah.
That's why, because you get dumpstered if you don't. So that's melee lessons with Quist.
Yeah, that's like.
See, and now we got the Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers.
That's kind of what I expected.
And here we go.
Yeah, let's go. So what Slug is looking for is to get that Z, followed by that A, and then more of those A's. That's what's going on right now. Give him enough A's to take an L. You know what I'm saying?
So like, not only is it depressing for Wumpus because it's a wobble, but he's thinking in his head, I'm not going to be able to kill this 2-killer at like 150.
Yep.
Because I'm Marth.
Yep. I mean, the whole like Marth versus Icy's game is like, don't do that. What Wumpus is doing right now is approaching Slug on the ground. Don't do that.
Yeah. Never.
But
it's also hard because it feels like, oh my god, he's at 31%, I haven't taken the stock, I have to get in there and hit him, you know?
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I disagree with it.
I mean, it's obviously not a good idea.
Yeah.
But, like, that's probably just where his head's at.
I want to see this. Ooh, okay. Doesn't kill him.
He was just stalling, it's fine.
Yeah. So what I've seen Zane do a lot against Ice Climbers is really good is the pivot F smash stuff. It's not just for Puff. You know, Ice Climbers are floaties. They're
hard,
light.
though.
I mean, it's not actually that hard. You just gotta lab it out. But in the very least, like, if you really can't do it, then, like, wave dash forward F smash. Like, at least make them DI down and away every single time.
If you see Ice Climbers start to approach you, you can just throw out a big move and they can't do anything about it.
Well, this matchup is basically just dash dance, fair, and down tilt. And then you have other stuff that you do sometimes, like F smash and nair. But really, fair, down tilt, and dash away are, like, all
especially
you really
like just
need.
mixing up retreating fair and approaching fair.
Yeah, or rising and falling. Like, as long as you're not on FD, which we're not, and we're not gonna be because this is best of 3.
Right.
You can just always go up to the platform. You don't ever have to land in front of ice climbers. Like, why would you give them that? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't sweet spot, dies it. He's at like 47 before that smash.
Something like that.
That's gross. Okay, but he gets, I like the neutral B. Gets the reverse, and Slug's coming back. Honestly, Slug is clearly just in this for the damage right now, but good read on the get-up attack. Gets his 10%, and
anytime I see like another character lose their jump against ice climbers, I get so scared because I know how fast down smash comes out.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's rough. And that's it. Not yet, but he
cool
air dodges. Ooh, it's so hard to mash effectively and also not do dumb shit after you get out.
I don't know the proper way to mash. I think I just like smack my controller on.
You want me to show you?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna get my controller out of my bag so I can teach my co-commentator how to mash out. Because that's the kind of guy I am, chat. That's the kind of melee player that you should aspire to be.
Alright, what buttons are we pressing rapidly?
Alright, so I'm gonna be real with you, son. It's all of them. You ready? The only buttons that you don't press when you're mashing are L and R because they'll tech lock you.
Okay.
Every other button is getting pressed.
Do you use the C-stick?
No. C-stick's not a... Well, I guess it's kind of a button.
Does it, like, do anything?
The reason that you don't use the C-stick... Alright, this is melee education time. This is topical because we're got ice climbers on stream and they're wobbling. They're doing the wobble stuff. The reason that you don't ever mash with C-stick is because once you get one hit to the side with the C-stick, it doesn't do anything else until you go back to center. So the only way to effectively mash with C-stick is to go back and forth like you're dash dancing, which is awful.
So like even rotating it wouldn't hit.
No,
it wouldn't go back to center.
This does nothing. Rotating around the side does nothing. So what you do, I'm gonna try to describe this to you, chat. See if I can make this happen. So act like you're just holding your controller. A little bit. But give me, just let me set this up, right?
Okay.
So you take your controller and you put your thumb on the gray stick and you put your other thumb over the A button. And then you shift your controller around. So you're kind of like pulling with one hand and letting it just go around. And what that does
like clockwise one way, counterclockwise.
Yeah. You're sort of like letting it go loosely, basically.
Okay.
And what's happening here is my left thumb is getting dragged around in a circle, so the gray stick is going around in a circle as fast as possible, while I'm also making a circular motion with my right thumb all over the 4 buttons on the right side, B, A, X, and Y.
So the gray stick doesn't have to go back to center?
No, gray stick never has to go back.
That's cool.
So what you're trying to do in a perfect mash is just circle the whole time. But you don't want to use like your thumb muscle for that because it's not like consistent enough, really.
Okay.
So like that. You like vibrate the controller basically, and it just happens.
So like if I'm doing like blast beats on a drum, that's what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Like imagine you're like frantically like having a hand seizure. You just like it works.
Okay. Very cool.
Now the way that most people who are trying to mash hard, who like actually like kind of know how to mash, do it is what you said about earlier. They'll do like the multi-shine mash, where it sounds like kind of like that, where you can hear the beats. That's not optimal. Don't do that.
I'm not trying to do any specific rhythm. I just gotta press it as fast as I can.
Yeah, well, that's what I know. Professor Peen mashes like that, and I keep trying to get him to like just do the seizure mash. Like it's better. But you know, everybody's got their stuff they do wrong. I play Puff, so that's a big one. No, but for real, this is actually kind of close. All that Wumpus needs is like a throw and a forward smash, and he's back to even.
With how much time he spends on the ground, I've been expecting like more forward throws from him to separate them.
Well, actually, you should always forward throw. You should never not forward throw when the ices are together.
I'm just saying he's not going for like grabs as often as I would expect him to.
Yeah, I feel you. For those of you who don't know why that is, by the way, it's because, so right there, Nana is invincible when she's getting beat up until she starts to go down.
Yeah.
That's the way that you know you can hit her, is when she's starting to descend from the trajectory. And if you hit her before that, she will actually hit you, which is the thing you don't want, so don't do that. Alright, but this is definitely a possible upset here, actually. Slug is probably dead. This is always an edge guard if he doesn't fuck it up. But yeah, no, you go off stage to edge guard Sopo, and that's it. So there's no reason not to go off stage to edge guard Sopo if they're like far away. If they're really high up, then it becomes a mix-up kind of